Hey everyone, welcome to Young Mind, the Knowledge Hub. From today, we are going to start Indian polity for UPSC and other competitive exams. Along with this, we also follow monthly current affairs of polity from leading magazines, which is extremely helpful for your preparation. Here I am referring Indian Polity by M. Lakshmi Kant, latest edition. We can call it as Bible of Indian Polity subject. This is the first class and we'll start from small introduction. Before going to learn about our constitution, we have to know about root, that is about the world before the existence of these modern constitution. We'll see now. My question is, before the existence of this constitution, how the world is? There may be something which played the role of constitution, right? Then what it was? Answer for this is religion. Yes, religion was played a role of constitution. If you studied about our past in history, then you are familiar about our society and its structure and about the lifestyle of the man when the civilization is started. In the ancient time, till the end of Rigvedic period, man was living in a small group. There is not any written or unwritten constitution was there at that time. And also, people are not had any idea of constitution as well. They are living in a small group, and more than that, they are living peacefully themselves. But when these groups started to grow into a small community, they started to face some problems. At that time, they started to make some rules and regulations for the people who belong to their community for the safety of their people. Next, they started to follow some religion. It may vary from place to place or people to people. In a day by day, these religions started to rule the people. Yes, this is how the religion played a role of constitution in the ancient time. World is started to run on the base of religion. Here, one more thing is that if you observe carefully, religion is a friend of constitution. How? See here, some regulations or thoughts which is set by religion, same thing we can found in today's law and order. For example, I am not talking about any single religion here. I am generally talking about every religion. Yes, every religion teaches us do not steal anyone, don't commit crime, live and let to live. If we did anything wrong, then God will punish us. Like this, every religion tells us. Law and order also do moreover the same thing. It also guiding us on right path, punishing the people for their crime. That's why we call the religion as friend of administration. In ancient time, religion guided his followers about how to live in society, whom to get married, like this. And at that time, religion was doing the work of constitution. This is when the society was small and simple. For example, in the time of Rigvedic period. But when these societies started to grow, administration became more complex. We can take one small example here. For example, now imagine you have started one boutique. Here you can manage the work by yourself. But when you started a garments, you need more workers and more skilled people. Also more infrastructure. Now you moved from small business to next level. Now you have to make some rule and regulations for run the garments. And also now entire operation is different. Risk also high. Requirements are going high. Like this, when society started to grow, people started to make some rules and regulations. Slowly, they started to write down these rules in some books or somewhere else, like on the stone surface or pillars. Like in the beginning, these rules are made for their convenience. After some time, some people took in charge of these rule making. Next, they started religious institutions in the name of these religion. They started to rule the people through these institutions. These religious institutions took the power of administration on their hand and they started to rule the people and the society. Especially in the European countries, here churches are started to rule and started to impose more taxes and unwanted restrictions and on the people. This will become the burden for people. So people started to revolt against these churches and people decided to separate the religion from the administration of the society. Then they realized, yes, we need something new to administrate the society and we need some rules and regulations and law and order. When people started to think about it, they got many questions like how should be the rules and regulations? What about the rights of society? How should be the administration? So on. Now, some countries started to write down these rules and regulations, but some countries followed unwritten laws and some followed written laws. These became the source of modern constitution or law. Now we'll see what is the difference between the written and unwritten laws. First we'll see about written law. It is a single copy so that you can get everything about the constitution inside this book. Here you will get all the information like when it came to existence and about the schedules, articles and everything. Now these are the few questions for you people. Answer this in the comment section below. The first question is how many articles are there in our constitution when it came to existence and how many schedules are there when it came to existence. Post your answer below in the comment section. Now we'll see about unwritten constitution. Here no written copy are there in unwritten constitution. Rules and regulations are added day by day over the time period. There is no starting and ending date or like existence date for the constitution like written one. And the second difference in between written and unwritten constitution we'll see in the written constitution here. The written constitution are after the existence of constitution, Supreme Court will become the supreme power and it is the interpreter of constitution and it only explains the constitution, right? So here Supreme Court will become the supreme power. In unwritten constitution, here parliament will become the supreme power because it will make the rules and regulations and here you have to make the law day by day. In written constitution, here constitution is predictable and flexible because we can amend it whenever needed. That's why we call it as a live document. Yes, we call our constitution as a live document because we change our constitution according to the need of our society. Sometimes it will be asked in our interviews that why we call our constitution as a live constitution. This will be the answer for that question. Remember that. Here another thing you need to remember, where this written constitution is in existence, there may be a federal government as well as unitary government. Federal government means, for example, in US, every state have their own written constitution and also dual citizenship. In the unitary government, the example for this unitary government is United Kingdom overseeing Scotland. It is a system of political organization with central supreme. Here, government which holds the authority and makes the decisions for subordinate local government. India is mixture of federal and unitary government. That's why we call it as quasi-federal because here we have rigidity or fixed type and flexible type. Rigidity means we can't amend it till we get the special majority. Flexible means when emergency is applied, then system become unitary. These are the important points to remember, and we adopt our constitution on 26th November 1949. Before this, we are following Arthashastra written by Kautilya or Chanakya. We call him as Chanakya as well. It's around 2nd and 3rd BC. But our constitution influenced by British because they ruled us from 1600 to 1947. So the period between 1600 to 1947 is influenced our constitution, and our people are familiar with this. So this will be easy for them to follow as well. This is all about introduction part. We learned about the period before our modern constitution. In the next video, I am going to start the syllabus from M. Lakshmikant book, that is from chapter 1. You can get the notes for every video from my Telegram channel, and also we are going to discuss monthly current affairs of polity. Don't miss out any video. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon and share with your other students and friends as well. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye bye.